Hi, I'm Shantae. I'm an athlete, and we're gonna go through my 5 favorite things in sport last week. Number one, starting off, is Emmanuel Wanyonyi breaking the 1,000-meter world record. This is so insane because it was his debut race. He's never officially raced the 1,000-meter before. He goes straight in there and breaks the record. 2 minutes, 11.83 seconds. He shaved 0.13 seconds off the record that has been standing since 1999, and it was actually set by fellow Kenyan Noah Nyonyi. And I love seeing a fellow countryman keep that world record and keep it within the country. So let's go Kenya. This is honestly so impressive because Wanyonyi is known for being an 800-meter runner. He is the Olympic champion and also the current world champion as well. And earlier on in the year, I said we need to keep our eyes peeled because I think if anyone's going to break the 800-meter men's record, it's going to be Emmanuel Wanyonyi. So I think either this season or maybe next season, if we've got the right people in the right race, we're going to see it fall. And you heard it here first. Okay, number 2 is staying in athletics, and it's Julian Alfred moving up to number 3 all time in the 200-meter race. In the Diamond League, she just ran 21:51, taking the world lead and the third fastest time across that distance ever. Guys, this is so crazy. Julian Alfred again was the Paris 2024 100-meter champion, and she was St. Lucia's first ever Olympic medal. And it was just so crazy because currently in the 100 and 200-meter, we have got such strong candidates. We've got Sha'Carri Richardson, we've got Sharika Jackson, Tia and Tina Clayton, we've got TT Terry, we've got Dina Asher Smith, we've got Dosso, we've got Amy Hunt, we've got all of these people. It's so stacked at the moment, so to see her doing this level is so crazy. Gabby Thomas was also in the race and she came third, and I'm just so impressed by Julian Alfred. When she went into the Paris 2024 Olympics, I hate to say it, but she was the underdog. People were not counting on her to pull through, and the fact that she did in the 100 meters, I love to see it, and I love to see her continue to make her legacy. Now, the only 2 people who have ran faster than her is Florence Griffiths-Joyner and Sharika Jackson. So Sharika Jackson wasn't in the 2024 Paris Olympics because she pulled out due to injury very, very last minute. I think that Sharika Jackson was on a course to break a world record in the 200 meter, and I can still see it coming. And I love that we've got Sharika Jackson and Julian Alfred representing the Caribbean nations and pushing each other, hopefully to be 1 and 2 on the podium for the next coming games. And then number 3 is the WNBA having a new record attendance of 20,996 people in a regular season game. It was so cool. It was against the Dallas Wings and the Toronto Tempo. It was really cool that a Canadian team could garner that amount of attention and take up that many seats. Guys, I'm so excited. We're obviously seeing the viewership of women's sports increase exponentially at the moment, and I do feel like the WNBA has been a pioneering sport and factor in this. We've obviously got massive personalities like Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark and Asia Wilson who are pioneering this and getting people so hyped about it, and I'm loving that it's resulting in higher viewership as well. And in this record attendance game, the Wings were putting on their pressure. Paige Buchers dropped 34 points against the Tempo. Do you know how insane that is? And not gonna lie, the Tempos then played New York Liberty in the weekend, and guys, I love New York Liberty down. They were the 2024 WNBA champions. And I remember being so impressed because they took it away from the Aces, who had won the previous 2 championships. And then they also won the championships last year, I'm not going to lie. But also, it's just insane because the Aces have got a dynasty now. Like, this is not something that we're seeing over in the NBA. Like, there's a lot more parity there, and I am kind of here for it because there's been a different winner of the NBA championship for the past 6 seasons. And then number 4 for me is Serena Williams back at Wimbledon after a 4-year hiatus. Guys, Serena Williams is 44 years old, and for me, she is the pinnacle of tennis and sporting ability. 23 singles Grand Slams, and at Wimbledon, she's had 9 singles and 6 double championships, and she is just so incredible. To see her back at Wimbledon at the age of 44 was just so beautiful. She didn't progress super far into Wimbledon, but regardless, I'm so happy to see her at a level like this. And she was meant to play in doubles with Venus, but she ended up pulling out due to an injury. But regardless, seeing Serena Williams back at Wimbledon was definitely the highlight of my week. Number 5 for me was July 7th being National Black Women in Sports Day, and I just took the day to appreciate all of the Black women who have pioneered and been trailblazers, who are breaking barriers. And I just took the time to appreciate all the Black women who are elevating the game, breaking barriers, being role models, and representing Black women all over the globe. And I was just so impressed. Black women show up and dominate the game, and I'm not even talking about just trailblazers like, I don't know, Nicola Adams and Simone Biles, Venus Williams, Allyson Felix. I'm talking about the Black women who are representing us in more niche sports where we don't have a lot of representation, or even up and coming grassroots athletes who are doing loads within the Black community and within the sporting community. I'm thinking the Bronx Girls Skate Collective in New York, who is an inclusive skate group who pioneers the queer community and also the Black community, and putting them at the forefront and making sure they have a safe space to skate and try new sports. I'm talking about women like Yella, who is a skateboarder and a snowboarder and pioneers doing it scared and getting Black women into different sports. I'm talking about Christabel Alika, who's a massive part of the roller skating community in London and improving community spaces. Mum Baini, who's the short track speed skated champion who dominated the scene in 2017. I'm talking about Black Brits, Tessa Sanderson, who's a former Olympic champion in javelin, and Brianna Daniels, who's the first ever Black pit crew member in the NASCAR races. These are my 5 favorite things in sports last week. I'll catch you guys next week.